Hello! Today we're going to talk about some words that cause students some problems when they're learning English. These words, one, each, and every. The meaning of the words, usually not a problem, but how we use it in a sentence as far as with singular nouns or plural nouns, and then also whether the verb is singular or plural, causes a lot of errors and problems for students. As I do this lecture, if you would like a worksheet to fill out, look down at the description beneath this video, and there's a link. If you click on the link, it will take you to a worksheet. Print out the worksheet, and then you can fill out the worksheet as you listen to the video. Let's start with the word one, and we'll start with this sentence. The students have books. If I want to change from the students and make it singular with one, it's going to be one student has books. I use the word one. After the word one, the noun is going to be a singular count noun, and the verb is going to be the third person singular. So have changes to has. When I use the verb be in a sentence, like here I have the students are smart. That's plural. I have the plural students. And then I have the plural form of the verb be, which is are. If I use one, I have one student is smart. So after one, we have the singular noun, and then the singular form of the verb be. Let's talk about the word each now, and I'll start with the same sentence. The students have books. If I use each to get the same idea, what goes here and what would go here? So after each, just like with after one, I use a singular verb. So no S on, or singular noun, no S on student. And then the verb changes to the singular form of the verb. So even though each student feels plural, it feels like I'm talking about more than one student, we treat it as though it's singular or one. Each student has. Has is the plural form of the verb have. Or no, it's the third person singular form. Okay, so students have, each student has. Let's try it with every. Oh, no, we have each again, but this time each with the verb be. So the students are smart. Each, what words would go in those two blanks? We have each student is smart. So after each, we have the singular noun and the third person singular of the verb. Each student is smart. And we'll use the word every next. The students have books. Once again, every. What would you put in those blanks? We'll do every student has books. So after every, we're going to use a singular noun and then the third person singular form of the verb. So from students have to every student has. And then with the verb be and every, if it's the students are smart, what about every? Every student is smart. Okay, so we've talked about one, each, and every, and those three words are followed by a singular noun, and then the verb that comes later would be the third person singular form of the verb. Things get a little bit messy when after these words we use the word of. Okay. Let's look at this sentence. One student is a clown. What if I say one of, and in this situation we'll use the. One of the students is a clown. Notice what happened to students. It became plural. One student is a clown. One of the students is a clown. So now we have the plural noun, but the verb is still third person singular, as though it's one is. This creates a lot of confusion because for a lot of people, they see students and they want to put the plural form of the verb, students are. But that's not what we do. One of the students is. All right, let's work with each. Each student is a clown. Each of the students is a clown. So once again, when we have each and we use of, we'll put the students. We're going to use a plural noun, but the verb is still third person singular. Each of the students is a clown. Also with each, I could say each of the students or each one of the students, same meaning. And finally, with every, we have every student is a clown. Every one of the, what do you think will go in those two blanks? Every one of the students is a clown. So once again, after every one, we have plus of, we have the plural noun, and then this third person singular verb. One special note here, every, when it goes with of, always has the word one, every one of. I could not say every of the students like I could say each of the students. Every, always, when I have every with of, it needs to have the word one between it. Well, thank you for listening. I hope you've enjoyed learning about the words one, each, and every. The key things to remember is after these words, we'll use a singular noun and then the singular form of the verb, the third person singular form of the verb, unless we use these expressions with of. If we use these expressions with of, then we'll use the plural form of the noun, but still the third person singular of the verb. I hope that's not too confusing, and have a nice day.